Good morning students. I Anu Dhariwal welcome you all to the class. Children, as you know, we are discussing chapter 2 from your honeycomb NCERT English reader. Title of the chapter is A Gift of Chappals. Today we are going to start part 2 of the chapter, children. Let us begin with it. Mridu crept up to the window. Lali was sitting a distance away, awkwardly holding her violin and bow strings, her elbows jutting out and her eyes glazed with concentration. As you can see in the picture here, children, you can see in the green dress Lali is sitting. You can see her position as we described, the way she is sitting. In front of her, with most of his back to the window, was the bony figure of the music master. He had a mostly bald head with a fringe of oiled black hair falling around his ears and an old-fashioned tuft. A gold chain gleamed around his leathery neck and a diamond ring glittered on his hand as it glided up and down the stem of the violin. As you can see in the picture, the get-up or the physical appearance of the music teacher, the way he is sitting, his hair, his clothes, the way he is holding the violin and the ring in his finger. A large foot stuck out from beneath his gold-bordered vesty edge, and he was beating time on the floor with the scrawny big toe. So what is vesty, children? On the left hand side you can see the meaning. Vesti in Tamil means dhoti. So from beneath his gold bordered vesti or the dhoti, a foot stuck out and he was beating the time on the floor with scrawny big toe. Scrawny means unusually very thin and a bony. So he was beating the time on the floor means he was moving his toe, his foot with the music. Like when we hear some kind of music, we start tapping our foot the same way. He played a few notes. Lali stumbled behind him on her violin. Stumble means following haltingly, means she was waiting him to play some notes and then she was following him, which looked quite helpless and unhappy in her hands. So she was trying to follow him, but it wasn't very good, children. What a difference! The music master's notes seemed to float up and settle perfectly into the invisible track of the melody. It was like the wheels of a train fitting smoothly into the rails and whizzing along, as Ravi said. So they were finding out the difference. The music master was playing it very nicely. It seemed to float up. He was playing very perfectly. And it was, as Ravi said earlier, like the wheels of a train fitting smoothly. That means they were not derailing. They were moving smoothly on the rails and whizzing along. Mridu stared at the huge, beringed hand moving effortlessly up the violin stem, making lovely music. What is beringed, children? On the right hand side you can see the meaning. The music master is wearing a ring. When he is wearing a ring in his hand, we are calling it a beringed hand. Squawk! There was Lali derailing again. So again she was out of her tone, out of her music. Amma came a wail from the gate. That means a noise came, a voice came. It said, Amma, oh! Ravi, send that beggar away, cried his mother from the back veranda. So Ravi's mother cried, Ravi, send that beggar away, where she was chatting with Tapi. He has been coming here every day for the past week and it's time he found another house to beg from. Pati explained to Tapi. So the beggar came and Pati explained that this beggar has been coming here for every day from the past week and he should find another house now to beg from. Mridu and Meena followed Ravi out. So they went to tell the beggar that you can Go from here and you can find another house. The beggar was already in the garden, making himself quite at home. So he was feeling home, as if he has come back to his home. He was already in the garden. He had spread his upper cloth under the neem tree. So he has spread the cloth under the neem tree and was leaning against its trunk, apparently prepared to take a little snooze while he waited for the arms to appear. So he was waiting till then the arms come. They come to give me something. I should rest, or maybe I should take a small nap. Go away, said Ravi sternly. My party says it's time you found another house to beg from. So Ravi came and said, just go away from here, and my party says, my grandmother says, you should found another house. The beggar opened his eyes very wide and gazed at each of the children one by one. So he was gazing at each one of the children one by one. The ladies of this house, he said, at last in a voice choked with feelings. So he was having feelings in his voice this time, and he said, the ladies of this house are very kind souls. I have kept my body and soul together on their generosity for a whole week. I cannot believe that they would turn me away. So kept my body and soul together means children managed to stay alive. You can see it on the left hand side of the screen. So the beggar said, the ladies of this house are very kind soul. I had managed to stay alive on their generosity. They have been feeding me. I cannot believe they would turn me away. He raised his voice this time louder than earlier. He raised his voice this time and said again, Amma, Amma, oh. Sad his wail might be, but it certainly wasn't feeble. Feeble means children, it was physically it was not very weak. He was having strength in his voice, but it was sad. It began in a deep, strong rumble somewhere in his withered belly and came booming out of his mouth, with its few remaining teeth stained brown with bitter chewing. So they thought that the sound that came out from his withered belly and booming out of his mouth. That means he had the strength to speak, but he was sad at the time. The teeth was brown, they were stained brown with bitter chewing. Ravi, tell him there's nothing left in the kitchen, called Rukumani. So Rukumani said, tell him there is nothing left in the kitchen, and he is not to come again, tell him that. She sounded fed up. On the left hand side of the screen, children, you can see the meaning of fed up means tired and unhappy. So she sounded very tired and unhappy, and she said, they tell him there's nothing left in the kitchen, and tell him he is also not to come here again. Ravi didn't have to repeat it all to the beggar. What his mother said had been easy for them all to hear there under the neem tree. So what his mother shouted from there, it was very easy. All of them heard it. So he did not need to repeat it to the beggar again. The beggar sat up and sighed. Now he was resting on the trunk of the tree. So he sat up and sighed. He was thinking, and he said, I'll go, I'll go. He said wearily. He was not happy, but still he said, I'll go, I'll go. Only let me have a rest here under this tree. The sun is so hot and the tar has melted on the road. My feet are already blistered. So he said, I'll go, but at least let me have some rest here under this tree. The sun is so hot and the tar on the road, you know what is the tar, children, has melted on the road, and my feet are blistered due to this. So this is it for today, children. The last part of this topic will be continued in the next session. Till then, stay home, stay safe, take care. Thank you.